Hello everyone. This video will be helpful to the developers who want to learn how to build custom applications which can interact with Fedina data. So there is Fedina API Playground which allows you to try out the various APIs for yourself. The link to access it is apis.fedina.com. So here, this is the link using which I can access the Fedina API Playground. And it lists all the APIs that Fedina supports. So these are all the APIs that are available. And also the sample HTML and Ruby codes to help anyone start building application. So we will see that as we move on further in the video. Let me give an example of how this API Playground will be helpful to you. Now in your institute, there's an attendance system that marks attendance using a keycard. You can have custom application built that interacts with your keycard machine in your institute and Fedina, so that the lack of an entry in the machine is marked as absent for the day in Fedina. So in short, you can get a helper code from this API, modify the same as per your requirement, and use it in the custom application to fetch or change Fedina database. Now before we start using it, there are some steps that we must follow. So the first step is to give authentication to the custom application to be able to query Fedina data. And to do that, you have to go to your Fedina URL, which can be a URL of your production school, or it can be a sandbox URL as well. So I've logged in as an administrator and I will go to administration, settings and manage client. So this is the link using which we can register custom applications or authorize them. So we'll go to manage clients and we will click on new. And here we need to give the name of the custom application. So client name is any meaningful name of the custom application. Now URI is the custom application URI. So it is the URI which the application redirects to after authenticating Fedina user credentials. So for now, I have API Playground URI which I will be using. So let's say this is the URI of this custom application, and verified would not allow any page redirects. So the servers will be communicating directly, meaning that the application is trusted by Fedina. So we can check that, and here we can save this. Once we do that, you will see that the client name and the details gets created here. When we click on the client name, we get client ID and secret. Now these client ID and secret must be used by the custom application or the third-party application to start using Fedina. So let me show you that. Here, the first step after generating the client ID and the client secret is to generate a token to be able to use APIs that are listed here. So I'll be giving the URL of the school. As I said, it can be a live school or it may be a sandbox or a demo account school. So right now I'll be using this URL, and the URL has to be full. It has to start with the protocol and like this. And once we have done this, we have to give the client ID. So that is the one that is just generated. So I can copy that. We have to give the client secret. Again, the one that is generated. The redirect URI, which is same as what we gave when we created or authenticated this client. The instance username and password is the username and password which you use to log in into this instance. It may be an admin username, an employee, or even a student. But if we want to access all the APIs here, we should use admin username and password. And to generate a token, meaning that to access these APIs, I'll generate a token, and if the authentication is successful, I'll be getting the access token here. And once you've got the access token, you will be able to query any of these APIs that are available. In case you make a mistake in any one of the fields like this, it will be showing you the details like this. So let's say that the access token is generated successfully. And here I'll show you some of the APIs. For example, course search. So instance URL automatically gets filled in along with the access token that was just generated. So we do not have to write it again here. And these are the key value pairs for which you want to search. If I'm not giving any key value pair here and I search, it shows all the available courses along with their details in the form of XML. Not only that, it also gives you the XML, the HTML and the Ruby code here. So this code is the helper code which you can use to build your custom application to interact with Fedina. Now we are getting this output since we were successfully able to interact with Fedina database. And you can see the request here, which is get, and the URL for the request, which is API, the URL, the full URL here, /API/courses. And the parameters are the values that you give here. You can also give a value to the parameter. For example, I can write something like, and I can mention the name here. So how do we get to know these key pairs? For that, we have the documentation of API. So for that, we have to go to usity.com, and here you can sign up for the Usity. Since I've already signed up, I'll be logging it with my account. And here, I'll be searching Fedina once I log in, and I'll be selecting course. So in Usity, we have courses which anyone can learn and study. So we'll go to courses and we'll search. And here we have Fedina API and integrations. So we'll click on it and we'll have to join the course. So we'll be getting a prompt to join the course. I've already joined, so I'm getting the data here. I'll click on this Fedina API, and here I'll be able to view the API endpoints. So this is where I can see the parameters. So I'll be searching, for example, for the course. I'll be searching here. And you can see that I get the course API, and I also get to see the actions. So I can perform a get operation, and this is the API for it. This is the complete URL prefixed by the school URL, and this is the name of the parameter, so course_name. So this is what I'll be mentioning here, and if I want to see the value, I'll be searching on that value. So I already have grade 2 in this URL, so I'll be searching it and I'll be getting the details like this. We can search one or more items here. So again, I can mention the course name and search another grade which will be coming here. And of course, the code changes as and when you make a change here. So you can see again, for this operation, we have get, we have the server URL, and we have /API/courses, which is the API, the full URL, and the parameters as what you mention here. And based on that, it is showing the output as an XML here. Not only HTML, we also have the Ruby code for same. So this is the functionality for course. In the same way, we can search batch. Again, to search batch, I can see the batch endpoint, which is API endpoint, which is this. So I can search using course_name. And I can mention the value in the next field. And then we also have student, so we can see the structure of all the students. We can get the structure here. So this is the list of how the student data is stored. I can even create the student using API, using this API. So not only querying of database, for some of the APIs you also have a functionality where we can update them or even delete the existing records. So for example, for creating this student API, I need to use an XML file which should have the same structure as was shown here. I can also upload the photo differently because I do not get that option, of course, in the XML file. So I can do it individually. And the same records, I can query it again for the student that you just entered. We can use the show functionality to search a particular student by the user admission number. So it shows the details like this. Other options are also available for student. For attendance also, we can create, so we can have a record of the student attendance, which can be daily wise or subject wise. We can see the records for a particular student for a particular date. We can update the existing records. So here you get the code as well for this. So in case your biometric custom application is trying to access or change FEDINA database, you can use this HTML code or the Ruby code along with it. You can search for a particular, again you can refer to the API endpoint for student attendance, which is also available here with a list of other APIs. Then for employee as well, we have few functionalities: attendance of the employee, academics of the student, searching a book, events, financial transactions, the biometric information as what we enter in the profile of the student or the user, and other details here. So we can get the details of this user, which is the user manage user functionality that we see. So this is about FEDINA API Playground. Please have a look at the documentation here that we have for the API endpoints, which will help you put in parameters and the corresponding values and get the results accordingly in the API Playground. So once we have understood the API and what parameters should we put here to query the API, we can start creating custom applications. So API Playground will help you build or learn to build custom applications. For example, let's take the same instance that I gave you earlier, where let's say that in your institute there is an attendance system which changes FEDINA database and by marking the student absent for a day. Now it interacts with your biometric machine and FEDINA so that the lack of entry in the machine is marked as absent for that day. Now when you go to this API student and you go to search and you click on search student here, you will be able to get all the student list in this structure, which is the XML form. Now for the students that you want to change the data, you can fetch them from here and modify their attendance records accordingly. So this is the XML which will give you that full data. You can also search it particular to a student by giving a parameter and the value here. And also the source code is available, which you can see here. The parameters are search, which is the keyword, followed by the value of the parameter and the search value which is given here. So this is the URL. So the request, the URL followed by API students and the parameters that you just entered. So using those parameters, it searches, this code will help you search the students. You can modify this code as per your requirement. So once we have seen this for the student, we can modify their attendance records. So that is one example. In the same way, you can create any custom application which is going to change any kind of data, and the data you can see from here in the form of XML, or you can even check the code from here in the form of HTML or Ruby. Then we also have a try it option, where for any instance, for any API URL, you can try to fetch the data for the custom application that you're going to build. So for example, I'm going to show it for the one that I already have. So this is the API, Fedina API URL. Then what is the kind of request that we should select from here? So let me query right now, and the token will be same as the token that is generated for this URL, for the school URL. So here I am using this token. And now I can mention the parameter and the value. Now here I need to mention the proper syntax to be able to search the parameter. For example, again I can refer to the API and I can use here like. So I'm searching courses which are similar to grade 2. So are like grade 2. We can also use EQ. If it is a digit, we can use GT, greater than, LT, less than as well. So here I'm using like, and I'll be getting the courses which are following this criteria. So here let me just make it courses, since I used batches, so it is not able to search. It says invalid request because the API was not able to give you any request for this kind of a search. So it shows like this. So try it can also be used, and it allows you to try out the various APIs for yourself. Here we also have the instructions section, which tells you what all you should do before you start using Fedina API Playground. So you should have a Fedina instance. It can be a real instance or a sandbox account. And you can also go through the API documentation here, which will be available in Usity. And then we have to generate a token if it is not already there. And the parameters, the way we mention them, we can see the response in the output box, and we can see HTML and Ruby code as well. We also can use this option of clear token from here, and the tryout page, which helps you perform any action on the playground. So have fun exploring Fedina API Playground. Be tuned in for more videos.